Welcome to the Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce Let's Talk Business podcast. Today I have the privilege of sitting here with Hugh Gardner. Woot woot.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
It's always nice to come get to hang out with you guys. You guys are in rotation for me.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been on, so yeah, how everybody doing? How's it going?
I know, it's been cool. All right, so before we get started, we're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors. Southwest Airlines is a proud air travel sponsor of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. We'd also like to thank Premicore Business Solutions. So today we have Hugh Gardner. So tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started. We're going to dive in a minute.
Oh yes, my name is Hueanthen Gardner. I am a board member for Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. I am a newly appointed vice president of South Harris County and Brazoria County.
How cool is that?
It's pretty cool, I guess. You know, we ramping up a little bit more. So yeah, seems to be cool so far.
You're like, maybe we'll see. The jury's out. We'll wait until it comes back. But I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot going on. So congratulations to your new appointment, right?
Oh yes, thank you.
So you get to go and you get to hang out with some of the business owners in your region, in your area, so that you can kind of help them to understand what the chamber has to offer to them.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yes, I guess we're going to be having some workshops down south. And you stay out in Brazoria?
Yes, County, sir. I'm in Brazoria County.
So we're going to be out there hanging out down there in Brazoria, doing some networking events, meeting, workshops, webinars, whatever we need to do.
I know there's a lot of workshops. So you have your certification workshops, building your business plan workshops, as well as navigating the bidding process.
Well, we have creating your capability statement, building your business plan. Did you say that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so it's good that you said it twice though.
I did say it twice.
Here's the thing about the business plans. So a lot of people, I'm so glad. This is going to be a really good conversation. I can feel it in my soul. So what I notice is that when I go and I actually engage or work with different business owners, we notice that they do not have business plans.
Man,
they don't have business plans. And I think it's very, okay, so for me in my business, right? So at first I was like, okay, I'll do the business plan, but it's extremely overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like when you go to build it, the way that it's suggested for you to build it, right?
Absolutely.
But it is it's overwhelming, and it's one of those things where you feel like, oh my gosh, is this really something that I really need, and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I actually had someone else who knew my business well enough and would talk to me, who was a business major, who actually created my business plan.
Oh, okay.
And so I had one. And so that is actually a suggestion that I would always offer to someone. First of all, you need to understand the business plan.
That's going to be the next question. Did they go over it with you? Did they talk about it? Did they ask you?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well,
so it was what I needed.
Okay.
But it was a market analysis. It was a strategic plan. It was understanding what my finances were going to be, understanding who my target market was going to be. So there's a lot of things that go into the business plan. And what I've noticed over time is that there's a lot of people who do not find a true value in the business plan, so they don't create one.
Yes.
But here's the thing. If you want some money, you need a business plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want to do business and scale your business, you need a business plan. Because and even those ones that are out there now that says it's a one-page business plan.
Man, I got caught up. I did that by accident. Well, I guess I was being lazy. I think I did do the one-page business plan a few years ago, and it's not a good idea.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
So what is your experience with business plans?
I don't like writing them, but they do help. They're definitely beneficial because you get all your ideas down, on paper, so you can, if you miss something or you wrote something down that you forgot later on, you can always go back at it and look at it and use it as a reference.
There's a lot of things that happen for the business plan. A lot of people will ask, so why won't the bank give me money?
a lot of reasons. Yeah, multiple reasons.
Right.
Yeah,
in the business, because if you have a business plan, you have a plan for your business. You're talking about scaling it. You're talking about growing it. You're talking about employees. You're talking about your finances. There's a lot of things that go into the plan itself that helps your company grow. And so just like we're all told we have to do all the formation of our company, the business plan is one of those things that needs to come just shortly after that, if not before. And because you're building it with the understanding of today, and then you build it according to what you need to understand for where you're trying to get 5 years from today.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand that and you don't put it in your plan, how do you plan to grow if you don't even understand where your foundation is?
That's a good question. That's going to be very difficult to do, in my opinion. Yeah,
Right.
if you don't have that plan written down. I mean, even the one-page plan is better than no plan.
Right.
You know? I mean, you know, so if you just want to start with the one-page plan, that'll get you, you know, and you can start the business with that, and you'll see how successful it is.
Right.
With the one-page plan. So. Yeah.
But I think this. So I like the plan thing. That's why I said it's going to be a good conversation, because the plans. Period. That's your sales plan. That's strategy. That's a lot of different plans, because when you're in business, so there's people that I engage with even currently today that there is no clear line of sight to where they're going.
What? Yeah, that can happen. I can see that happening pretty easily, especially if you didn't write a plan. Yeah, because you're kind of going where the wind takes you, and you never thought about where you want to go, so you end up going anywhere or wherever somebody else takes you.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think they understand that at the end of the day, if you don't have the plan in place, how do you know where to go to grow your business? You don't understand. So, for example, so if we went on social, so I said, okay, we're going to do the social media thing. We go ahead and do the social media, but we don't recognize that most of our sales are actually coming from TikTok, but we're nowhere near TikTok. But our sales are being generated off of TikTok, right? Because we don't have a clear understanding of our strategy, we're inadvertently collecting sales off of another platform that we're currently not engaged in, because we didn't plan out how we were supposed to engage with our end users and our clients.
Okay, that's a whole other situation.
You see what I'm saying? So, regardless of what you look at, you have to build a plan that says, okay, if I want these many clients, or if I want these many partners, then how do I identify them first?
Yeah. Then
how do I capture them? And then how do I what am I going to do in order to make sure that they become converting them over?
Yeah.
So if you don't know where to find them, if you don't know who they are, and then you don't know how to find them, then you can never convert them to your client.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
That's a plan.
You have to have something. Yeah. So you can create it. You know, once you put the plan down, then you know where to go get what you need. You know, from the plan.
Right, and there's a lot of regulations for a lot of different companies, depending on what company you choose.
And per business sector, all that stuff too. Yeah, you need to know all that stuff for your business. So if you have somebody else writing your plan, I hope that they understand your business sector as well. If you don't, because you know you're going to be relying on them to give you information for your business, you know, that you're trying to operate. So you need to be providing some information to them as well, you know, to help them write your business plan. If you're not going to write it yourself.
Right. So for me, somebody else wrote it, because we were actually working together at the time. So they wrote it under the understanding of where I was and what I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Then we reviewed it, made sure, because it's like one of those things where you delegate it to someone and allow them to do their job, and then come back and have a roundtable about it, so you understand your numbers. So at the end of the day, I know my numbers. I understand what I need to do. I understand where I need to be, and I understand where I'm trying to capture. I know who my client is. I know,
customers.
Yeah, I know I know where to find them. So all of that stuff all went in there, and I actually needed to understand my competitive advantage.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I mean, you can pay attention to the competition. You know, you definitely need to know who they are. How much you want to pay attention to them is up to you. You know.
I don't necessarily know that paying attention. So I don't pay attention to my competitors. I just know they exist. But I recognize that they're there, because my my biggest competitor is me.
I would agree with that too, because you're competing against yourself if you don't have a business plan as well. You know, so you get in your head a lot too. I mean, that's human nature too. You know, you doubt yourself sometimes. You got to get some encouragement. You know, keep moving and stuff. So
right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So that's why I say that. So when I look at the situation, I'm like, okay, so if the chamber, Tri-County Regional Black Chamber, is willing to walk us through how to build a business plan, one that is going to help us with our success, then why not tap into one of those workshops in order to get that moving, right?
Yeah, definitely. If you don't, and if you don't know how to write a business plan, or if you don't like writing in general, you still need to learn how to write a business plan for your business so you can help somebody else write it for you. So at least take the class so you can have some. If you don't know how to type or something, you don't have a computer, that don't matter. But at least learn how a business plan is written, and then maybe go hire somebody to do it.
Yeah, you're right. I like that. So because you have to understand all of the points in there, because in the business plan, actually, I feel like it helps you to understand what you have to accomplish in order to get someone else to believe in what you're doing.
At least what you have to accomplish, and then I would also add what you might want to accomplish
there you go.
down the road, because once again, it's a plan. So yeah.
So there you go. One of the other classes that, of course, you guys are going to be doing down in Brazoria, because you'll have that, because I think a lot of people need it. So I did not realize how many people really shy away from a business plan.
Man, I mean, because it can be it's very
intimidating.
It's intense. It's tedious. It's boring. But
it's boring. It's scary. Let's just be real. It's scary because first of all, we got to talk about we're planning for something that we're not positive that we're going to be able to accomplish.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so then you're in your head. You're like, well, do I really want to do that in 2 years or in 6 months?
Because you're trying to figure it out. Especially as a new business owner, you're like, okay, so I want to make $500,000, but how do I make that $500,000?
And I gotta pay some. Is it just going to be me? Am I going to hire somebody in a year or two?
Yes.
Am I going to be able to if I want to? I don't know. Well, let me put it on the paper, and then I can look back at it 3 years from now, and then, I forgot I want to do that. So, and yeah.
And it's good. And you bring up another good point, because one of them says that, how often do you review your business plan? Do you know?
You should. Well,
what do you think?
I would do it at least once a year.
Yes.
Minimum, but
minimum once a year.
Yeah, and you gotta get out your own way.
Yes.
Make sure you read it, and it could be the bigger your business is, the longer your business plan is gonna be. So you're gonna have to spend more. You
gotta spend some time.
You might spend a week reading it if you got a big. Who knows? And then updating it too.
Yes.
After you read it.
Look at the pandemic. The pandemic should have forced a lot of people to review their strategy.
Yeah, review it, think about it, rethink it, or
and then you get to add things. It's like a living document to a certain degree.
Oh yeah, it should be a living document if you know where you're going, right? And then you can, if you want to sell it at some point, if you know you want to sell your business in 15 years, and write it in your business plan, and make that decision, down the road. Okay, well maybe I don't want to sell it. It's doing better than I thought. So.
You're right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I like the fact that that's going to be part of the that's going to be something that's offered in that area, so people will be able to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We'll try to make it as fun as we can, because
oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, anything better than licking cardboard should be great.
Yeah.
So,
true.
As boring as licking cardboard, we got problems. So far the chamber has actually done meet and greets in Beaumont and also in Galveston.
Beaumont and Galveston County. Yeah.
And then they've also done some not meet and greets, they're meetups type of thing. So last week it was I swear I think I screwed up his name. Organic Hub.
Organic Hub. I think I saw the flyer.
The burgers. The vegan burgers.
Okay, vegan. Okay.
I think it's more like vegan.
Okay.
So that was last week as well. So it looks like they had a really good turnout. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend, but I do know that there's been a super huge turnout for a lot of these. and we're practicing the social distancing and making sure everything's great. But tomorrow we have a meet and greet for Region 2,
Fort Bend County.
Fort Bend County.
Fort Bend County tomorrow.
Tomorrow at the Hilton on Southwest Freeway and
59 in that area, in the Fort Bend area. 59.
TCBCC.org. Go there. Look at events. Go ahead and register for that event for tomorrow. GMTradio.com. It's going to be there, live broadcast. So an opportunity for you to come out and meet a bunch of the board members, advisory board members, as well as the VPs, especially the one for the area, which is Oliver and Cuckoo.
Oliver, what's going on, Oliver?
Oliver, where are you? So, and then you have one on the 31st.
Yes, on Halloween Day, yes. Halloween Day.
Okay, tell me what you were thinking when you chose
Well,
October 31st.
I mean, it just kind of happened. You know, I was like, okay, yeah, we can do it on Halloween. That sounds good. You know, come out, hang out a little bit, go trick or treat a little something. You know, Saturday evening, have some fun. So yeah, hopefully we have a good time too.
It'll be good, and that one's going to be at the Hueanthen Gardner Inn on 2234 in Pearland. So that's Brazoria County. We
Yes.
also have to mark your calendars for November 14th because Jasper Region 4, they are going to have an inauguration for Region 4. So it's always important for everybody to go ahead and register for that event as well. Save the date, circle it on your calendar, put a big old X and say, I will be there.
Yes.
You can come out and support and come and meet a lot of people. And I think that there's a lot of other agencies and stuff that are going to be out there as well.
Oh, we're going to have some state agencies out there? Oh, yeah, because it's a ceremonial inauguration, yes. So what state agencies are going to be out there at Jasper? Jasper, welcome to the chamber, I guess.
Jasper, Newton,
yeah,
and Hardin
Hardin
counties. Welcome to the chamber.
We just added them here recently, so this ceremony is for y'all, for you guys. So hopefully all y'all business owners out there come out and say what's up to us out there as well in September. November. Yeah,
oh, November
September
14th.
November 14th. There we go.
I know the years are flying past really quick.
Yeah.
And then there's another meet and greet for the 21st of the month. So November 21st for Montgomery County. So we have that one as well to be announced, a location. But right now we do have the location for the top for those two for this year,
Okay, cool,
for this month anyway. And so this is good. So as a new appointed VP, what do you feel like you want to kind of give or present to the members or the people, business owners in that area, in the areas that you are over?
Yeah, I mean, if we can get some more networking events, some more some people, business owners talking to business owners, more workshops, webinars, more education for our business owners and our members in the chamber, in the area, that would be great. That's one of my goals as being the vice president of South Harris County and Brazoria County.
I think there's a lot of businesses. Okay, so when I first moved to Texas, I was like, oh, this is a lot of money to be made here, because there's a lot of business here. But I also see a lot of small businesses, meaning that they're not those corporate unmovable companies, too large to fail type of a thing. These are just people who have made a decision to give themselves a job and be able to employ a bunch of other people. There's a lot of opportunity for that. I do notice that here. So I guess what type of business owners are you looking for in the areas in which you cover, which is South Harris County, Brazoria, and that's it.
Yeah, for me, I mean,
that's it. Can we not give you any more? No, I'm just
we'll be in that area right there. I mean, if you just want to get out here and start your own business, if you've been having the ideas of starting your own business and you're a little shy about it, or you started your business and you know you want to grow, you're to a point to where you're thinking about growing. Maybe you got laid off during COVID. You know, we got millions of people lost their jobs during this time. You still got talent and ability. You still have a resume. You know, you can put some ideas together in your head and take the skills that you have and think about starting a business. So you can never go wrong with at least coming to a workshop and talking to some other business owners and just, getting your feet wet and seeing if it's something you want to do. Don't be scared. Come out and talk to us. We ain't gonna do nothing but try to encourage you a little bit. So it's tough at times. It is difficult to do this at times, but at the same time, if you're having fun and you're doing what you like to do, then it's nothing to be worried about or scared about. So
it's tough to start a business.
Yeah.
It's tougher to stay in business by yourself.
Yeah.
So I mean, I always understood what it was before, when the right connection matters. Connect to the right network.
Absolutely.
But I can honestly say I understand that so much better now, because even though you're building a community, you have to build the right type of community that comes in part with all of that. Being able to, being able to pull in the right people, to encourage the right people, to do all the right things in order to be successful in your business. But here's the other thing: success is not. How do I want to put this? My success is my own. How I get there is up to me, type of thing. So someone else. So like we say before, the membership comes with privileges and responsibilities.
Yeah, sometimes you get the responsibility part, but yeah, it comes with both of those.
What do you say? You forget the responsibility part.
Yeah.
But that's the thing: is your success is based on me, on my vision, not based on you and your vision. So it's up to me to make the determination on how I'm going to choose to be successful.
Absolutely.
So you pull in the right people into your space, into your circle. You get them to fill the gap in where you may have a deficit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're able to continue to grow. You know, you have the right people around you. That's what the right community.
Yeah, that's a network right there.
We always run. So there's multiple times in which we've run into the problem of having having people in our circle that should not be there.
Yeah.
Because they're detrimental to the growth, right?
Yeah, they're negatively impacting your vision, your business plan, your business. Yeah, that's not a good situation either.
So that's why I say, so when you come for the chamber, just having that type of community, somebody that you can lean on and say, hey, I'm having this as an issue, or this is something that I've encountered. Have you encountered that? Or leaning on their partnerships, being able to be supportive. Because I've noticed that I was registered for a few of the events that have come up, and as far as dealing with Metro, you know, working with Metro and working with I think one other. What was the other one that came through? Do you remember?
We had NRG.
Yes,
Metro.
that other one.
Oh, that was earlier at the beginning.
No,
of COVID.
actually, yes, but they came back. So some of them are come back. So you got to look out for the email. So if you're a member and you're listening, make sure, you know, my recommendation is always to at least check your email twice a week. Your
Minimum.
Email.
Yeah.
And then also check the website for opportunities, because the opportunities are always updating. And I know that sometimes you get the alerts, the RSS feeds, but in most cases it would just be better to just go ahead and check the website and check the links for that, because I think that's very important.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to ask you, why is a meet and greet necessary for your region?
A meet and greet is necessary for your region because it's the proximity, you know, right? You know, I think I think here recently, you know, we had three regions, 3 counties each, and so if we're having one event, you know, in 3 regions, you know, it might take an hour and a half for some of our members to come. So, you know, if we have these vice presidents in your region for a reason, you can come, meet the business owners in your region, network with them there, take the same workshop, see how you take in information from another business owner. Maybe I can bounce ideas off of each other. I mean, I did this in college when I was studying, you know, in some class that I didn't really fully understand. I get a little study group, you know. So I mean, we can do that with our businesses too. So yeah, I think that'd be the number one response I'd give to that question.
For meet and greet, I think I like the fact that when I've gone to them, I'm not positive, but I hope I can go to one for tomorrow for sure. But being able to go and see other people do great things.
Well,
was really key for me, because here's the thing. When we're in our own silos, when I'm in my own silo, I strongly believe I'm the only one in the silo. I'm the only one that's going through this. Yes, I'm the only one going through this hardship. I'm the only one having this problem. I'm it. Yeah. But when I came out and I realized that everybody else is having very similar concerns or problems, then I'm like, okay, wait a second. So this is not a me thing. This is not, I'm not broken and I'm not trying to do everything right. This is something saying that, hey, other people are having that experience as well. But there is other people that actually that become the light at the end of the tunnel.
Because they were like, I was going through that and I'm not going through that anymore.
Right.
And I'm glad we came to this meetup today, or you got my number from 2 months ago. It doesn't matter. But you know, we talked one time and we talked about this similar issue. I got it solved. You haven't. Well, we can bounce these ideas off each other so we can make sure we get you squared away. Yeah.
This is true. So that's what I liked about that, is the fact that we were able to see that, and even having Howard on last week. Every time I get with you guys, I learn something new, so it's always funny. So I'm like, okay, this is how this is gonna work. But he showed me something. I learned something from him that I did not expect. And that is the beauty, I believe, of any of the meet and greets or networking events that happen, especially in the chamber. Because when you get to talking to somebody, you find out things about them that is a little different, and it may be helpful to you. So that now I have a connection with him in a different way that I would not have had I not had that conversation.
No, that's true too. And you gotta get outside your comfort zone too. I was shy with going to networking events. I can't, I don't really want to go talk to some people. But still am. But the more you meet me, you see us more. You start building that relationship, and next thing you know, I ain't talked to you in 3 months, but how you been? What's going on and stuff like that. So yeah, get outside your comfort zone a little bit. Once again, there's no reason to be scared. We have a lot of fun. We haven't been at the chamber because of COVID, but most of the time when I come up there, I'm laughing half the time at something. We joking about something. So
yeah, but there's still business being conducted, so that's always a good. So I'll ask you again. So what role the VP actually plays in each region?
So they should be the point of contact for you and your business in that region. And then, obviously, since we have other regions, are these other business owners experiencing the same thing in these other regions as well? That would be an even bigger issue, in my opinion, if several business owners are experiencing the same thing. So, as we have board meetings as board members, so we talk about these issues. If you can relay that information to us, we can talk to it and talk about it and make sure we resolve whatever issues we can as soon as possible. And if it takes time, we can let you know that too. So. I think that'd be a good one right there.
Yeah, I actually like that. So I like the fact that the network itself, the way it's structured, actually, because I see it slightly different, is the way everything's structured. Each of the VPs have their own region. They become the initial point of contact to the headquarters, which is here in Houston. The great part about all of that is that as you do a collection of small businesses or business owners in your regions, as you guys have meetings, you can discuss some of the concerns that are happening in those areas, as well as the different challenges the business owners are having, and you share that amongst the team. And then you kind of help to devise a plan that actually can be disseminated. That's a great part about the chamber, this chamber specifically, is the fact that it gets disseminated down through, it comes to the VPs and say, okay, this is our plan of action. This is what something can happen to kind of help support our members, and be able to literally disseminate it down into 12 regions.
Yeah, because we expanded. Yeah, that's true.
You're like, regions. I didn't think about it. Yeah, 12 regions. So look, I see it like as instantaneous, like rain. So you guys come up with it and say, okay, so we're going to develop this new program and anything like that. And we know that our members are actually in need of this, and this will have a large enough impact for us to want to do that. And so this is what we agree to do. Break, and then you just come back and you just send that information down to all of the county, the chambers that you have, and so then you go from there.
Yep.
It's a lovely thing to have that type of engagement and relationship with your with the members in those regions.
Absolutely. Yes, that's a great model moving forward. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna make sure we get that executed as best as possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so we talked about some of the events that are scheduled for your region. We talked about building the business plan. I know some of them I call boot camps. I guess are you going to do a Saturday one where there's like two or three workshops in one day? Do you think about that at all?
We've done those. I mean, we've done them.
You are too funny.
I mean, yeah.
You're like, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think that I believe that might be too long, a full day. But if our members, request it and it's beneficial for them and they're absorbing the information, as best.
I like that. Say it again for the people in the back. If you want it, you must request it.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's what the network is for. Yeah, if that's what you want, then we'll talk about it later. Talk about it and change it down the road later.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's good. So I see your leadership as being one that says, hey, if you tell me what you need, let us go and figure out how to make sure you have that as an opportunity for yourselves.
Yeah, I mean that's why you don't need to be scared or nervous to come talk to us. We're here to serve you. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm here. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, any of that stuff, talk to us. We have an advisory board set up as well. We have advisory board members in each county, so you can contact those individuals, and they can definitely contact us as well if you can't, get to us for whatever reason. It'll get figured out at some point. But either way, we're here to serve you. So don't feel, don't be bashful or shy or anything. Just, you can always contact somebody. So,
right.
Yeah.
We got to do that.
Yeah.
So that's always good. I like it. I do. I think that's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about your businesses. So you have a multitude of businesses. So it's not just one business in the chamber.
Yeah.
So tell people who are listening what that's about.
So I have multiple businesses, and I'm grouping them together. I'm realizing I need to focus on grouping them together, and I need to sit down and write a plan as well. I've been trying to stay afloat just like everybody else during COVID too.
Yes.
So
pivot.
yeah. So it's tough times for everybody, but I've merged my businesses together. I did create the business in Belize, Global Gardner Group, Belize Limited, and then I also have just Global Gardner Group in general. So we do automotive parts and services, apparel and merchandise, and food and drink. We're looking to export and import to Belize, Texas. I mean, I'm here in Houston. Products and services. That's what I'm focusing on here. So yes, I started off with the T-shirts, moved to mobile mechanic work, and then back to T-shirts, and in between all of that, I became a board member. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm focused in multiple different directions, and it gets tedious at times, and it can be intimidating at times, but keep on pushing. I'm in a great network, so yeah. We're here to go.
Let's talk a little bit about your pivot, because that's what you just described, right? So you went from T-shirts to mechanic work, back to T-shirts. So can you walk me through a little bit of why those choices were made, and to help me to kind of understand? Because I'm here, I'm making notes.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wanted to start my own business, so I had to start somewhere. So just came up with some T-shirts. Seemed like it was pretty straightforward. They started out with some drop shipping. Cost to get into the T-shirt business was lower than it was low enough for me to at least jump into it. Jumped into it, met some people. Didn't work out the way I would like for it to. I know that I have my engineering background. I'm gonna use that some kind of way to do something if I want to start a business. So started a mobile mechanic business with my truck, pickup truck, just a regular yard truck. Started going, fixing people's cars. Next thing I know, I done joined the chamber. Next thing I know, I went to Belize. Next thing I know, I'm a board member. And then then it just kind of then it's like, well, let me merge these together then.
And let's work it out. Okay, here's my thing though. So I think I talked about this before. The fact that everybody talks about the end. I made it. I have all this money in the bank. I don't have to struggle anymore, and this, that, and other. But we really never talk about the journey to get there. And so that was one of the reasons why, when you said it out loud, I was like, okay, well, let's discuss that a little bit. Because in all actuality, you're saying that you went from T-shirts because it was low hanging fruit. It was an opportunity for you to have minimum cost to start, in order for you to have a business of your own, so that you can continue to grow. But then you said, okay, but I'm gonna now shift and go over, and it wasn't a shift. You didn't stop the T-shirt business. You just picked up an additional part and said, I'm gonna do mobile mechanic. And then you said it was just a simple truck, and it was just, let me go out here and solve this problem on site, right? So all of those people who are listening. See, that's what the thing is. That, so you got to remember, there are people that are paying attention to us even when we think they're not paying attention.
Oh, well, that's true.
So you're saying, so you did all of this work. You said, okay, I want this business and stuff like that. But now, and you did the mechanics of it. Cool. But so you did that not knowing exactly what you wanted to do. You just had a focus, and you focused on that, and you followed through with that. And you didn't need all of the bells and whistles to get started. You just needed a simple plan as to how you were going to execute.
So I knew at some point I was like, I can try this on my own, right? And so you might be in that situation right now due to COVID. Well, I went to school. I graduated from college a couple times. So I know how to pick up a book and learn how to do something. So and I know I can just start with what I have, and I had enough to start, and I had it, and a lot of it's up here, So I started off my mobile mechanic business. I wanted to just do simple maintenance work, change your oil, maybe put some air in your tires, change your air filter, just because I don't want to go. You see all these people doing oil changes down the street. We can get you in 30 minutes, get in, get out.
I have yet to have that happen.
There you go. So I'm like, okay, I can come to you and do it in your driveway. It's gonna cost you a little bit of money though, but you ain't gotta wait.
Right.
So you know, and then very quickly I was asked to do more than that. So I was like, well, shoot, let me.
Because there was
I
a
could make some
need
more
for
money.
it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
There was
people
definitely a need
I
for
was
it.
turning down business, to be honest. So I was like, well, let me stop turning down business and start thinking about how I can get this business that people are asking me to do, you know. So then I had to get out there. We call it get on that struggle bus, you know, get out there and figure out what's going on. And I wrote a plan, and the plan so that's another thing. So when you do, when you do write your business plan, it might be 25% of what's actually about to happen.
Exactly.
And you done thought about everything that you think is going to happen and what you want to happen, and you talking about it might even be less than that 25%. You know, I might be generous, and then but there might be somebody else who started a business completely different than mine, and they're like, well, mine was about 30 to 40% maybe, you know, of the business plan. I don't know, but if you come to these networking events that we're about to have and these meetups and stuff, you can talk to some other business owners and get some better ideas from them, you know. So as vice president of South Harris County, Missouri County,
come on over.
You know, we're gonna try to do that. So, but yeah,
don't try,
it's a
just
process.
do.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. But yes, it's a process, you know. So you gotta understand what you start with what you have. If you like, if you like what you're doing, I'd start there. If you don't like what you're doing, go find something
else.
You like. Yeah, or something you're passionate about. You might not like it, but you know it's a need.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
No, I'm gonna be on the other side of that fence. I'm gonna need not to you to do that because people who do not have that passion behind what they're doing, man, it comes out in some really rancid ways.
Or you can. A hobby can be what you like. If you want to start a business, definitely make sure you like it, because you might have a hobby or something that you just I just do this once a day, you know, once a week or something. But we're talking about doing something every day. So yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because let me tell you, I met this lady, and young lady, she's a nice, awesome person, right? But what ended up happening was, I asked her, I said, how'd you get this business started? She said, you know, it was just somebody asked me to do this social media or digital marketing thing for them, and it was just a side thing. She said all of a sudden it just like snowballed into a full-fledged company that she was not looking for.
How long did she like to give it to somebody else?
No, she has a company for 7 years.
See.
So literally when she did it, she was like, oh, I'm just helping this one person out. Oh, and that person told somebody, okay, I'll help these 2 people out. And then those 2 people went and told 2 people. And then it just went from there. And so the thing about it is she didn't start in an office. She didn't start in in a storefront. She didn't start with her racks being full. She didn't start with all these customers. She just steadily, she didn't even realize she was building a company until she got to a certain point and said, and now it was here.
Yeah,
and so and a lot of it comes down to the hobby turning into a full-fledged business.
I wish, you know,
wish it could happen to everybody.
It can happen to anybody. It's only a matter of time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. So, and that's the goal. You know, that should be the end goal. But she didn't want that to happen, and she messed around, and it happened for her, and she's much
happier. So when you see people who have that passion to them, she's like, I just stumbled into this, but I really, really enjoy it. So those are the people. That's what I like. I'm like, okay, so if you want to start a business and that's something you want to do, then great. And but make sure that it's something that will keep getting you up in the morning, because for those one places who don't, you're every time you look at it, you're like, oh my gosh, I have to go and do this. When that starts to happen, that is no longer a business you probably need to be in, or you probably need to go back and revisit the business plan and determine what's happening that's causing that type of feeling to say it's time to abandon ship type of thing.
Yeah, you're gonna run out of gas pretty quick when if you're not enjoying what you do. If you're the business owner and stuff, definitely.
Right. So I think that's really important for that. For sure, that's no. So let me ask you, what is the best lesson you have learned as an entrepreneur?
You got to protect your business. Got to protect your business.
Okay, now you're going to have to expand on that, because a lot of people do not understand that.
Make sure you're making the best decisions for your business. I mean, you know, you got to.
Oh, Lord.
You got to. I mean, you know, you got to be the decision maker for your business. So you know, if you're looking for somebody else to help you make a decision often, I don't know, you know, you gotta learn that pretty quickly. So
only you can really control your business, right? Only you are.
I mean, as best you can.
You're the one that can control where that ship is turned. I think when I hear protect your business, I think of in terms of IP. There's a lot of people who have, and I'm one of them probably, but there's a lot of people who have IP, intellectual property, that they need to file a patent for, or file a trademark for, and things like that. That's a way to protect your business, because at the end of the day, when you're doing a whole lot of things that are right, and you're making what's your right decisions, you're making right money, then the right people are going to come out the woodwork and look for you to be the right one. And so they're going to pay attention, and if you don't have everything in place, then the opportunity for them to take what doesn't belong to them increases. So that's an IP. That's you know, making sure that you have people that are on your team that are not undercutting you and doing wrong to you.
Yeah, and that should be in your business plan, you know, and that's another thing. The more you write your business plan, well, since I have multiple businesses, I've written multiple business plans. So then the more you write business plans, the more you're like, oh, I didn't think about that, you know, earlier. Like for intellectual property, I didn't add that to my business plan starting off any of my business plan. I'll worry about that later, you know, because I'm trying to, you know, I only have a certain amount of funds. I didn't get a business loan to start off, so I'm working with the budget that I have, you know. And when you start adding more things to your business, you have to start getting more help, which means you're pretty much going to have to get some consultants, and they have their own business too,
right?
So that's a business expense. So yeah, you know, but you start with what you have and just know that you're going to build moving forward. So
I agree.
So yeah.
I agree. I don't think you should go out and put yourself in debt in order to build a business. I do believe that you should really and truly understand what the focus is, what your end goal is, and just make sure that you write it down. I think, what do they say? When you write things down, it has a tendency, it's no longer a dream, it becomes a reality.
It becomes a reality, it sticks a little more.
Yeah.
You know, you remember more when you write something down too. So
it's very important to kind of do that, because a lot of us, we what they say, when you have a dream, if you want to remember it, as soon as you wake up, don't talk it, don't go to the bathroom, don't talk to anybody, don't anything, just pick up a notebook and start writing, and then you'll be able to remember your dream. And sometimes your dreams actually give you the answers to a lot of the questions you have, because it's your subconscious probably talking to you at some given point in time.
That could be happening too,
Right?
Yeah.
You're funny. But okay, so for the best lesson, I think it's just to protect you're just saying just to protect yourself, protect your business.
Yeah, I mean, well, just understand that at the end of the day, you make the decisions, and everything's going to fall back on what you decide, right? So the faster you learn that, the better. So if you're going to get help from some other people, understand that why you're getting that help from them, you know. So
I agree. I understand that. Okay, so what's the most important thing a new business owner should know?
The most important thing a business owner should? A new business owner?
A new business owner. Actually, it can be for any of them, right?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Say that again.
Yeah, I know. What's the most important thing a new business owner should know?
Man, most important.
You haven't figured it out?
I guess the business plan. Yeah, it was like
you
business
did.
plan,
Oh,
yeah.
we going. That's why I said business plan.
Yeah,
no, but it actually is. Okay, so there are tons of people out here that are looking for money. There's lots of money out there. But here's the thing: there are a lot of scams. So for every one legit, funding source, you have at least five that are not.
See, I ain't know that one.
So
you
have to. So what are you going to do? Are you going to go to the bank and SBA, or are you going to go to one of these other people who will put you out of business? So let me give you an experience of somebody I know personally. They went to one of those five.
Other five?
Of the other five. Remember I told you for every one, there's possibly five that are not okay.
I didn't know that was the numbers.
So, no, I'm looking at mine. Look, I get one phone call. All the phone calls I get all day long are nothing but, we got your money, we got your loan, we got this, we got that.
Okay, yeah,
but here's the thing. That's all factoring. They get into your bank account and they bankrupt you. And the thing about it, so if you're not paying attention, that's what ends up happening. So some factoring companies are doing really good, but then there are other factoring companies who don't do very well, and they do, and it's a scam. So for me, for my friend who had a business, they must have got one of the predatory lenders, and they missed a payment. One payment.
Don't tell me during COVID too.
Right as COVID was starting. And when I tell you that they ran through every single account with his name on it, they only were owed, like, I think there was, like, the bill may have been about $7,000, I want to say. By the time they were done, they had captured $13,000 out of their bank accounts, but they kept pulling money. So even okay, did you see? They only owed them people $7,000. They ended up with 13. They had to shut down everything because they were because at the end, once they put this, I think they put this garnishment thing on there, and so then they just started and they're in their accounts. So by the time you figure out, the mortgage is gone, the money for the gas is gone, money for food is gone, everything. And they tapped in every single account that they had. So that's why it's really, really important for people to understand that. I know that today it sounds like business plan, but at the end of the day, if you do not have a proper business plan, you can't go to the proper person who's not trying to railroad you into, I'm going to go into your account every single day and pull out this much money from your account, even with or without it being in there.
Yeah. So we're going to continue to be redundant today.
Yeah, that's what it's like. This is very important.
That's in your, so there's different sections of the business plan. So you need to have a financial plan in your business plan.
Financial
that can prevent you
projections.
Yeah, projections, all that stuff that can prevent that from happening.
Right.
So,
there's tons of things. You have to make sure that you're paying attention to the right thing.
Yeah.
So the most important thing a new business owner should know, for me, I think that you can't be 360 degrees of your business. Initially,
we had to start probably.
Initially, you will start off with what we know, but you can't be 360 degrees of your business. So you have to find help, community, support, somewhere, somehow, some way, and make sure that they are in alignment with what your vision looks like.
Yeah.
So that for me, that's probably one of the most important things, because people say all the time, oh, we have to be all these hats. But we have to be the high level all these hats, but we don't have to be in the trenches all those hats, because I think that's an easy way to make you get closer to the grave, closer to the grave that way.
So definitely be prepared to grow.
Right.
Be prepared to grow and have that understanding of which way you want to grow and stuff like that.
Yeah. So for sure, because I think that's very, very important. Yeah. Okay, so as we're wrapping up, I heard that there is a nonprofit on your horizon.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that before we have to go.
Yes, so we have started a nonprofit. It's called Nth Power EXP. We are looking to provide apparel and merchandise, school supplies, and after-school programs to low-income individual students, to students who go to Title I schools in the United States, pretty much. And so I am a graduate from Side Springs High School.
Okay.
And we have a homecoming game tonight. So it's gonna have a good time. Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. So you're actually, this is great. Yeah. You're actually answering the call to what is currently happening right now. So for all those people who are listening or out there that are saying, okay, I want to be able to help the educational system to support in the academics or the educating of our students, this is a really good way. This is a really good opportunity to do that. And I guess that's what you guys have chosen to do.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I was a student athlete all through high school. I played 3 sports. I had a football scholarship. So I understand what it's like to be a student athlete. You're tired, you're hungry. You might be half asleep in class. It happened to me in college. I understand what student athletes go through. So if we can help you out any kind of way, books, sports, you need some shoes. You need little kids need little league. Whatever we need to do to get our kids, boost their morale, get them excited about something around here. That's what the nonprofit is going to focus on. So I am the president, founder, and CEO of the nonprofit. My mother is the secretary, and she's a retired teacher. And then we also have my little sister. She's a current teacher right now. I know a ton of teachers, coaches
What?
out here in the area out here. So yeah, we can find a way to have fun with it too. So I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna do a little something. Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out.
That is pretty cool because I'm passionate about children as well because that's what my business.
You're in Brazoria County too?
Yes.
So we're gonna have to come out there.
I know. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah, we can do that out there. We're gonna be out there. I like some entertainment. So yeah, I'm gonna go watch some football games, basketball. We can go to some choir. To the band. If they playing chess somewhere at the high school, I want to go see a chess. I ain't never seen no chess match. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, so, that'd be cool. But no, I'm really passionate about kids too, right? My company name, keeping your kids safe, right? Kids safe. So you got to remember that, keeping your kids safe.
Yes.
But no, I think it's really good. I have a special place in my heart for paras, paraprofessionals. And the teachers for sure that are in special needs, special ed, because they have been a part of my life for a very, very long period of time, and they have actually helped me navigate a lot of the educational pitfalls that we were running into as I was trying to raise children.
And you an engineer background, see?
Yeah.
So when you join a network, here at Tri-County, you never know who you're gonna meet up here and who has the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so
there's synergy. Man, I know it's blowing your mind.
I don't even know what to think about right now. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. Yeah, after this little situation with this COVID and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna.
There's an opportunity. There's tons and tons of opportunity out there.
I believe you.
So for those people who are looking for a community, I definitely go visit tcbcc.org and take a look around. And if you have any questions, go ahead and hit us up in the chat. Or go ahead and give them a phone call. What is it? What the heck? I keep remembering. What is it? 832-875-3977.
It's on the website, though.
That's on the website, absolutely.
On the website, don't it? Yeah, we got the it's at the
top
of the website.
People really need to go visit their website, but nobody, I don't know. They visit there often.
That. I'm sure we'll have a website review for our members as well at some point.
Yep, 832-875-3977. So if you have any questions about the chamber on how to join and what to do, go ahead and visit tcbcc.org and or call 832-875-3977. So it's been awesome hanging out here with you today, Hugh.
Had a good time today. It's always good up here with Tabitha. We're going to have some fun out there in Brazoria, South Harris County. So, yes, it's going to be a good time.
Well, this is really good. So, remind people who you are and how they can find you.
My name is Hueanthen Gardner. You can find me so I got the website up. I'm realizing it's been up. I ain't never really mentioned it too much.
You have to release this.
So the website for Global Gardner Group is www.ggg-world.com. So yes, Global Gardner Group. So yeah, ggg-world.com.
All right.
You can see what we do on the website. We got to update it too, but yeah, we'll get there at some point.
That's all good. Send them a contact us. Whatever.
Yeah.
So that works out.
Go to the website and you can contact me there. That's fine.
So keep in mind, so tomorrow we have a meet and greet for Region 2, and that's going to be for Fort Bend. That's on Southwest Freeway, Holiday Inn. You got October 31st. That is your meet and greet, and that's going to be at the Hueanthen Gardner in Pearland, 2234. Go to the website and go ahead and register. November 14th, Jasper is going to have their inauguration. Go ahead, save the date, and go ahead and register now. The 21st, Montgomery County also has their meet and greet. Keep in mind that GMT Radio, if you are interested in doing radio, podcasts, or television, go ahead and go to gmtradio.com. He is an awesome guy. I do believe that you want to seek it out. If you're new to radio or podcasting, let him help you navigate what that's going to look like for you.
Absolutely.
They will also be doing a live broadcast tomorrow at the meet and greet. So come on out. I think you'll be impressed to see all the different people that possibly look like you and the ones where you were able to support small businesses. So I thank you very much for today. We're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors. Southwest Airlines is a proud air travel sponsor of Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. And I'd also like to thank Primacor Business Solutions. So for everyone who is listening, make sure to tune in every Friday at 10:30 a.m. for Tri-County Regional Black Chamber of Commerce Let's Talk Business podcast. And if you missed the show, you can always go to the website and take a look on Wednesday. That's when the video is actually released. You can rewatch it or watch it for the first time. If you're listening, please go ahead and download GMT Radio broadcast app. That's an opportunity for you to. Did you download the app?
I didn't know he had an app. Let me put it on. I didn't even know that.
I have an app. So he has an app, so you can actually view the videos. You can hear the radio and anything that's going on right there on the app. It's a pretty cool app. So go ahead and download this app, and you can actually get straight to the chamber and straight to other businesses that are on that app. So it's pretty cool. GMT. 90.3 GMT. You got it?
Yeah, right now, I'm downloading it right now.
There we go. All right now. So now it's up to you to go ahead and download that app. So everybody, have a safe and healthy weekend. Thank you very much for listening. Have a glorious day.